Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is just a somewhat short video of an important message that I just really want everybody to really think about. It has come out that they are searching for little monkey Michael Vaughn, and it has also come out that his mother Brandy has, made a video to YouTubers because she wants them to stop what they're doing because they're ruining Michael's case. And it's an important message. Whether or not we follow certain cases and who we believe is guilty or innocent, whether or not we believe that these people that are working on the cases, like law enforcement, FBI, TBI, whoever it is, whether or not we think they're doing their job, there's a right and wrong way to go about things. What is happening to Monkey's case that Brandy is talking about has not just started overnight. It happened in Summer's case, it happened in Kylie Rodney's case, also in Quentin Simon's, and I'm sure there's more than those. I would not be surprised. But those were the ones that I saw it happening in, and now Monkey's. And it does need to stop. Legally, I don't think there's anything that can be done because when it was happening in Summer's case, and she's still continuously being exploited, there was nothing that we can do except for complain, right? Or, report the channel or whatever for misinformation or whatever it is. The only thing that we can do as subs and creators is stop helping them get the views. Whether you want to call them tragedy pimps, selfish people, I don't know. There's plenty of names that go along with it. Sensationalizers, whatever you want to call it. They are able to do this because they are getting the clicks, the likes, the views, the subscribers, the comments, and the only way to slow it down, because I won't be able to be stopped, but the only way to slow it down is to not do that. I understand that there's creators out there that we all have a special place for in our heart, but wrong is wrong. And if that person is one of the people that's contributing to muddying up these cases, then it's time to really evaluate that, because why would you want to support somebody like that? What if this was your missing family member? Whether it be a child or an adult, it doesn't matter. What if somebody was purposely muddying up a case just so they can get the money, the likes, the views, the subscribers, also they can gain off of? And then what happens? You still have a missing person. You still have a case that may never be able to get resolved and justice be served because of all the crap that has been done to it by people on YouTube. None of us are police officers. None of us are investigators that have, these credentials to sit there and intervene in any of these cases. We simply are supposed to try and get the right information out there so that if there is any misinformation, it is corrected. We as subs should follow good people who do good by these missing children. We should not be supporting somebody that thinks it's okay to make money off of a missing child or to make a circus out of a missing child's case just because they have nothing better to do. They want the drama. If anybody followed Summer's case, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, go ahead and take a look. Look and see how much money certain creators made off of Summer's case. Look and see the type of content that got put out in order for these people to make that kind of money. Same thing happened in Kylie's case, same thing happened with Quentin's case, and now it's happening again in Michael's case. And it's wrong. It's 100% wrong. Again, if that was your family member, would you really want this BS happening? I know I wouldn't. Absolutely not, because you know what? Unfortunately, as much as we want to think that everybody in this community is here for the right reasons, they aren't. They are not. And the ones that support these guys are just as bad as the ones doing it. When you're handing your money over or you're sitting there, arguing with other people over this stuff, all you're doing is contributing to the problem. You're contributing to muddying up a case. And if you really can go to bed at night knowing that you're responsible for a child not getting justice or not being found or possibly unalived because of the attention, the negative attention that was brought to the case, wow. I would hope not. I would hope more people would have the moral compass not to do something like that. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow when we sit there and we follow creators that we trust everything that they say, only to find out that they've been part of the problem the whole time and we've been duped. But at the end of the day, when those true colors come out and are shown, it's time to listen. And it's sad because we're not talking about somebody making up a story about, if a deli served the wrong kind of meat to a customer or whatever. We are talking about missing and murdered children here, okay? We are talking about children. We are talking about the people getting away with whatever has happened to these children because some people can't contain themselves. We're talking about resources that could have been used to save a child being wasted taking care of the BS that some of the YouTube streets have created. Boots on the ground is great. That's fine. You want to spread awareness? That's amazing. Nobody would hate on that. But when you're doing certain things like exploiting these kids or creating unnecessary drama or making a scene and taking time away from that case because law enforcement has to come deal with the BS you brought, shame on you. Shame on you. It must be real nice to sleep at night, rolling around in that cash that you're making off of these kids. And the ones that are out there supporting them and bouncing around to other channels, attacking people in their comments and stuff because they don't agree, shame on you because you're part of the problem too. And if I lose subs because of this, oh well, that's okay. I'm not going to stop saying the truth because the truth of the matter is the only thing that matters in any of these cases is number one, these kids being found. Number two, justice being served. We don't have to agree on who we think is guilty or innocent. We don't have to agree on what we think has happened to these individuals or what lifestyle led to this. We can all have our opinions and we can be civil about it. But that doesn't give anybody the right to inject themselves into cases to sit there and get those clicks and views and Cash Apps or PayPals, whatever they are, or the extra subscribers. It doesn't matter. What matters at the end of the day is that these kids are found and justice is served. And that there's integrity around these cases because all the ones that are doing this is making it bad for anybody out here who really, truly, genuinely wants to help. There are creators out there who don't take a damn dime from any of these cases they work on. And they put out information. And because it's not this whole sensationalized drama BS, they don't get the views. Which is pretty crappy. But you know what? They still keep going. They know that they're not going to get the views. And that's how you know they really do care because they don't just stop because they're not getting money. They're not getting the subscribers or the views or the likes or whatever. They keep going because they're doing it for the right reasons. Summer's case was made into an absolute shit show circus, and cases to follow her had the same thing happen. This should have never been a thing for any case, period. And the fact that it's happening with just about every case we come across is so incredibly frustrating and heartbreaking. You really need to think about who you give your money to, who you give your time to. Do you really want to give your time, your likes, your views, your suggestions to people who are destroying these cases and preventing justice to be served or children being found? Or do you want to give it to somebody who may not have a lot of views or have this big circus sensational stuff, but they're giving you the facts? And they're trying to make sure that this case is heard or these cases are heard with no drama. Again, how do you sleep at night? I could not imagine being in any person's shoes who has a missing loved one out there and seeing what everybody's doing to these cases and being at the back end of that. Like I said, we all have our difference of opinions. We all believe who we believe is innocent. We all believe who we think is responsible, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's just our opinions. At the end of the day, we're not law enforcement. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks because there's a missing child. Spread awareness, that's great. But stop contributing to the tragedy pimps and to the people who are befriending suspects and becoming besties and crap. This is not what that's supposed to be about. This is supposed to be about being a voice for the voiceless, an advocate for the victims. And I'm sorry, the only victims in any of these cases are the children, the missing children and the siblings of the children who are affected by all this crap. That's who are the true victims. That's where the sympathy should be for. The sympathy shouldn't be for any parent, any grandparent, any aunt, uncle, or neighbor, any wrongfully, accused person or whatever by the YouTube streets. No, throw your accusations out, whatever. Who cares? It's not about any of that. It is about Summer, Michael, Kylie, Quentin, Classic, Sincere, Harmony, Oakley, Ariel Sellers. The list goes on and on. Cody, Lena. Think about all those names that I just named. Oh, Jolissa. That's another one. Think about all those names that I just named. And then look at who's gotten the attention and how they got that attention. Why was that attention there and why wasn't the other case getting as much attention? And you will see that the reason Cody is covered very little, he is covered by really good creators, but he's covered by the ones who don't sit there and throw misinformation out and bullcrap. His case is not being sensationalized into a circus, but he is still being talked about. There are creators out there that still keep his name out there because they're doing it for the right reason. Same thing with Harmony. Same thing with Ariel. Because it's the right thing to do and they truly care. Same thing with Lena. Nobody sensationalized it. It got sensationalized for like a hot minute because they wanted to throw shade at the mom because she wasn't coming on, TV talking and just the dad was and all this other stuff. Yeah. Once they realized that they couldn't make money off of Lena, they stopped covering her. Once they realized they couldn't make money off of Cody, they stopped covering him. Once they realized they couldn't make money off of Harmony or Ariel or Jolissa, they stopped covering them. Go back and look. Go back and look at what cases got covered, who covered them, who made money off of them, and you'll see the pattern there. And you know what? Even if you unsub to somebody, they got plenty of more supporters. Even if you stop following somebody, who cares? That's not going to make or break them. And even if it does, who cares if they're doing it for the wrong reasons? If they're destroying these cases, then why are you even paying attention to them? Stop giving them the views. Stop giving them the attention because, unfortunately, that is how they keep getting because they know they're going to get the attention. They know if they scream loud enough that they will get the attention. So please, look at who you support. Look at who you suggest people to watch. If you've been duped, I've been duped by so many creators, it's ridiculous. Even now, just a couple of days ago, found out I was duped again and so angry and so sad because you really want to trust the people that are giving you this information, that they're doing it for the right reasons. But truth be told, not everybody out here is good. Help be a voice for these kids. Help be a voice for the voiceless. Help make a change by not giving your views and your likes and your suggestions and subscriptions to people who are making it impossible for these kids to be found, for these kids to get justice. And here, let me put something into perspective for you. Think about Summer's case. How many times did we hear someone say that she was probably okay at one point, but they had to get rid of her because of the negative attention they got from YouTube? Let that sink in. I'm not saying that that's what happened to Summer, but what if that is the case? What if any of these children could have made it home, but didn't because of the bullshit drama that the YouTube streets created? That means that child's blood's on your hands. And shame on you for that. Light, love, and hugs to everybody out there. Please really think about these children. Think about what you're doing, if it's helping or hindering them, because they've already had an unfair shake. And they deserve so much more than what they had, and they definitely deserve so much more now. Thank you for being here and watching. Have a wonderful day.